Welcome to this HTML tutorial, this time looking at creating hyperlinks. Now, this is going to be a slightly longer tutorial because we're going to look at two different ways to create hyperlinks. Just to give you an overview of what we're working with here, I've got three pages that are almost identical, and I'm going to create eventually hyperlinks between each of these pages. I've got a page called page.a.html with a heading of page A, page called page.b.html with a heading of page B, and a page called page.c.html with a heading of page C. The first thing I'm going to do on page A is I'm going to create a link to YouTube, and it's just going to be to the home page of YouTube. This will give you an overview of how we actually create links. And so inside my body, I'm going to create a paragraph, and inside that paragraph I'm going to have the text click to go to YouTube. And what I want is this text YouTube to be a clickable link. So we're going to see the word click to go to YouTube. Actually, let's just save this and run it. So when this page loads, what I want is for this word here to be a hyperlink. So when I click it, it takes me to YouTube. So that's actually pretty easy to do. All we need to do is either side of this word put some opening and closing A tags. So I'm going to do that now. So there's my opening and closing A tag. Now at the moment that says turn this into a hyperlink, but it doesn't know where to hyperlink it to. So we need to give the opening A tag just a little bit more information. So after the letter A, but before the closing angle brackets, I'm going to do a couple of spaces, and I'm going to type in href for hyperlink reference, href, and then equals, and then in quotes, in double quotes, I'm going to type the address of YouTube. I happen to know that this is http://www.youtube. Let's get rid of this. .com. Now this has pushed my text over to the next line, but that's fine. Essentially you can see that I've got the A tag here, which opens here and closes here, and at those opening and closing A tags, they wrap around the word YouTube. And I've got my hyperlink, my href, that equals the web address of YouTube. And of course you could link this to any website in the world. So let's just save this again and run it. And now you'll see that the text YouTube is blue and underlined, which tells us that it's a hyperlink. And when I roll my mouse over it, it turns into a hand. So I'm going to click this just to make sure it works. There we go. It links us all the way to YouTube. Cool. I'm going to go back now. So what I want to do for the rest of this tutorial video is talking about linking between our own pages. This is an absolute hyperlink, and it links us to somewhere on the web. But I want to have a hyperlink that links us between page A, page B, and page C of our website. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to create a list, and inside that list I'm going to have three items: page A, page B, and page C. So if you remember how to create a list, great. If not, you might want to go back and refresh yourself in our HTML lists tutorial. But I'm going to create an unordered list here, which is a bullet point list. And inside that unordered list, I'm going to have three list items, and those list items are going to contain the text page A, page B, and page C. Now just to save myself typing them all out, I'm going to copy and paste them I'm just going to change the word A, the letter A to B, and then to C. Now this is just on my first page at the moment. This is just on page A. So let us, I'll just space that out to make it a little bit more clear. Let's save that page and have a look and see how that looks in Chrome. Cool. So we've got a list that links to page A, page B, and page C. Although, actually it's not linked yet. It's just a list, a text list. So to actually add hyperlinks to this text, we need to use those A tags again. But this time we're going to use relative links, not these absolute links. So here's page A in my folder structure, here's page B, and here's page C. And they're all in the same folder, so they're all next to each other. So just like looking for images, if I'm on page A and I need to get to page B, do I have to go inside any folders? No, I don't, because page B is sitting right next to page A. So I can simply type pageb.html and it will get me there, because it will look around it. Page A will look around it and it will see that there's a page B sitting right there. So to get to page B, I'm going to type A, and then a closing A on the other side of page B. And then inside my A tag, I'm going to add a hyperlink reference. href equals, and then in quotes, I'm going to say page B.html. Similarly, around page C, I'm going to do the same thing. href equals page C.html, end quotes. This is becoming a little tricky to see, so I'll try and space it out for you. And I'm actually going to add a link to page A, even though I'm already on there. And you'll see why in just a moment. So href equals, quotes, page A.html, closing quotes. So let's just save this work now. So let's go and see how that looks in a browser now. So I'll launch it in Chrome. And this time I've got hyperlink text. You can tell because it's blue and underlined. So I'm going to click this one here to page B, and hopefully you'll see this heading change to page B, because I'll no longer be on page A, I'll be on page B. Let's give that a try. Great, so I got to page B. Let's click backwards and I'll click on page C, just double check that that works. Looks good. Click on page A and it takes me back to page A. So now I can get to the other two pages of my website through this list, which is handy, but now I'm going to have to type out all this code again on all the other pages. Or am I? Perhaps I could just simply copy this whole list, which has relative links in it. We're going edit, copy, and then go to my page B, and under my heading, paste that list in by going Control V. I'll just tidy up the formatting a little bit. Save that, and then go to page C, and I'll paste that list in again. And again, I'll just tidy up that formatting a little. Now I'll save that, and we'll test this in the browser again. So we're on page C this time. Page C. We've got our list here. Let's try to get back to page A. Great, so we're on page A now. Can we go to page B? Yes, we can. Page C? Yes, we can. Fantastic. So now we know that our hyperlinking across our different pages works fine. So we can get to any page of our website. Let me just zoom in a little bit here. From any other page of our website. We're hyperlinking back and forth. which is a great sign. So that's basically an overview of how we can use the A tag and the href element or attribute to create hyperlinks in our web pages.